what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Friday the 13th Ultimate Part 5 Roy Barnes figure from NECA. Now I'm definitely anticipating this figure because there has never, not that I know of, has ever been a figure based on this particular version of Jason, you know. And of course we all know it's a spoiler alert, this is actually an imposter Jason Voorhees. It wasn't really Jason, you know. And this was actually based on like Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, actually the 5th film in the Friday the 13th film series. But yeah, like I say, there has never been like a figure based on that particular version of Jason, you know, or you could say Roy Barnes, you know. So I think it's kind of cool that NECA has finally decided to actually release a figure, you know, based on that particular version, you know. Now this, of course, would be an ultimate figure, you know, and plus it would have like 7 inches, like it'll be 7 inches in like height, you know. It'll be over 25 points. We'll feature over 25 points of articulation, you know. And of course, he will have like the usual accessories and stuff, like a removable mask, you know, blue chevrons, with the blue chevrons on it, you know, because you know, like the regular Jason that we really know, he usually has like the red chevrons, like on his face, whereas the Roy Barnes one had like the blue marks, you know. Plus, he has like a cleaver, a hunting knife, machete, garden shears, roll flare, werewolf spike, and like more accessories too as well. Now I'm definitely excited about this figure, like I said, you know, because there has never really been this particular version of Jason before. Because I know the only other one that they never have done is the actual Jason Voorhees from Part 8. Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, you know, when he goes to New York, you know. I know he didn't really get that till like almost ended the movie, you know. But that was like a no, you know, they have never done. I would like to actually see them do, you know. Because I know NECA did say they actually are planning on doing all the Jasons, you know. So I'm sure that one probably get done too as well, you know. Because they have 3 Jasons lined up for this year, you know. You have the remake, the 2009 Jason, you know. And then you have like this one right here, the Roy Barnes one, you know, based on Part 5. And then we'll get the Freddy versus Jason 2 as well. But so far, like, as far as the images go, they have released like some images, and this is the first time that we actually get to see like a bunch of images of the figure itself. You know, I like how he has like the battle wound across like his abdomen, like around his stomach area, because you know he was actually sliced in his stomach right now on the film. You know, so I think that's kind of cool that they actually included that too. You know, even like the various accessories, like the flare itself. It looks like it would have like a fire effect on it too that you could put on it, because you can see it has like fire on it, you know, so I think that looks kind of cool, you know. Even like some of the other weapons, like the machetes, like he has like the bloody machetes, like the cleaver, the garden shears, you know, when he put them in the girl's eyes and he cut her eyes out, you know, I think that was cool. Plus he also has like that wooden stick thing that he had with the tree where he had the belt on it, you know, he tied it around the tree and like, you know, just kept twisting. I think that's cool. Now to me, that looks like one of the accessories that kind of really stands out with the figure itself, you know. Plus he also has like that spear thing that he had killed, I think, Demon with when Demon was inside like the potty thing, like that little restroom thing, and he was sticking in there, you know. I think that was kind of cool. He also has that too as well. And plus you also can take his mask off, you can see like the Roy Barnes like face underneath, you know. You can tell that it wasn't really Jason, you know, it was like an imposter, you know. Because of course we all know that this guy was actually killing all like the people at this camp because his son was like murdered, you know. So yeah, this does look pretty cool. Like I said, I like how we're finally getting like a Roy Barnes figure. I think that's kind of awesome, you know. And like I said, I like how they're actually including him being already like battle damage too, being that he has like the wound across his abdomen. So I think that's kind of cool. Now I always thought this Jason, this isn't really one of my favorite films in the Friday the 13th series. But this Jason did held his own. The Roy Barnes, he did stand out, you know, he can actually hold his own, you know. The way he was like powerful, almost like supernatural too, to a certain extent, you know. He busting through doors and lifting people up and all kinds of stuff, just like the other Jason, you know, like the actual Jason Voorhees. So he did have like supernatural like flavor or edge to him, you know. But one of the things that I always thought was kind of cool about him, you didn't really actually get to see him, you know, until the end of the film. You can kind of see like his clothes a little bit or his hands, but you never actually got to see that it was actually like, that's how he looked at it until actually towards the end of the film, you know. So I always thought that was kind of cool that it could have really been just still anybody killing all these like people, you know, instead of him, you know. But yeah, that's just me talking about this upcoming figure, you know, from NECA. And this is based on the Friday the 13th Part 5, and this is known as the Ultimate Part 5 Roy Barnes figure. And I'm definitely anticipating this one and excited about picking this one up, you know, because this is the first Tiny, like I said, I know I said over and over that they have ever created a figure from what I know of, based on this particular version of Jason, So yeah, this is scheduled to be released in the second quarter of this year. They're actually saying sometime during the summer, so I'm not exactly sure when NECA is actually going to release it, but yeah, I'm definitely anticipating this one, Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.